Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Emily with Wellness for Generations. It's kind of been a minute since we've been able to do an interview to get to know any new members, but I have definitely been missing doing them. Life has just been a little crazy, and I'm working on getting recommitted to doing these at least once a week. So today we are going to be meeting Leslie Gipson, and she uses a whole body approach that restores balance to the physical, mental, emotional, and energetic aspects of the body. She uses a variety of techniques and modalities, and that helps to create a balance in every aspect of life. I attended one of her little trainings and loved every minute of it. And yeah, I'm really excited to have you guys get to know her today. So welcome, Leslie.
Hey, Emily, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
It's a little, there's a echo, not an echo, there we go.
Okay.
There we go.
It's
That's better.
probably
Okay.
my internet being slow.
I know, I'm sorry. Okay, so do you want to, okay, so we'll just go ahead and dive in. Do you want to go ahead and tell a little bit about your story and kind of how you came to where you are now?
Sure. Well, for 30 years of my life, I had severe anxiety, suffered with depression and pain, different weird illnesses that the doctors just said, oh, it's stress. But, that was pretty serious. I had hospitalizations and different things. But yeah, so I had that for, I just thought, well, this is how my life is going to be. And then I was trying to find something to help my daughter with her education. She had several different learning disabilities, and I ran across a program that really seemed to help her. So I decided a few years down the road that I would go and get licensed in this program so that I could bring it to my community for, the kids in school and stuff. And I realized that while I was going through these courses to get my licensure, we were having to do the different techniques on ourselves and, with others. And I realized that I was working on my own junk. And by the time I got licensed, I had a handle on my anxiety. Depression was, a thing of the past. My migraines were gone. I can tell you I have not had a migraine for 4 years now. And before that, there was not a day that I did not have a headache of some degree. So that was just amazing. But yeah, so I was going through these classes and was working on my own stuff and was sharing what I was learning with, friends and family, and decided that I was going to open up and share this with my community. So I held a little small community meeting, and actually only had 6 people come, which I live in a really small town. So that was good, a good turnout. But one of those people was the state representative for our district. And he gave me a huge list of people to get in touch with. He's like, this is amazing what you're doing, get in touch with these people. And one of the people on that list was the Lone Survivor Foundation, who works with veterans. And so I reached out. Long story short, I've been with them for about almost 5 years now, right after the program started. And I occasionally work with veterans and their families, and teach them these techniques so that they can, get a handle on their anxiety, to give them tools to cope. And now with COVID and everyone being online, I've decided that, that is the way to go, to get this out there, to tell people, about what it's done for me, what I've helped others do, and to teach people how to, really help themselves so that they're not so dependent on conventional medicine, having to go to a doctor and get a prescription, or, make an appointment and seeing a therapist. And not that those things aren't amazing and have their place, but it's great to have something that you can do for yourself, that makes you feel empowered and really shows you that, you can feel better immediately. It's
Hmm.
not something that has to take weeks. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, is I'm working on getting everything together so that we can branch out online and, share this with as many people as possible.
Yes, I love that. And I know you said were kind of sick for like, I think you said 30 years. Were you taught any type of wellness, whether that be eating healthy or movement or anything like that growing up? What was that kind of like for you?
Yeah, no, nothing like that. Like I said, I live in a really small rural community, and things like yoga and healthy diets and things like that. That was, when I was growing up, that was like city stuff. That's not something that we in the country really pay attention to or even know much about. So, no, I did not grow up with a healthy lifestyle at all, other than movement. We were always outside working, doing stuff like that. But,
Right.
any of the other things, no, I had no knowledge of that at all.
Yeah, it's always so fascinating to kind of learn that about different people, kind of where they came from. So what is your like biggest part of your mission and purpose? I know you said you want to give this, to as many people as possible, just the ability to have these empowering techniques and modalities to use, but what is kind of your like mission and purpose of doing that?
Right. It has to be, for me, just to teach people that they truly have the power to heal themselves, and to give them the tools to do that. That's the ultimate goal for me, is to have everyone understand how their different systems of their body are connected, and that they don't have to treat one and not the other, or vice versa. Like, it's not all about what's going on in the body, or it's not about what's going on in your mind with your emotions. You're a complete system, and once you understand that and learn the tools and techniques that I use to like balance all of those together, and just for people to understand that it's all a balancing act, and that if you are working on, just let's say your emotions on something, say it's your anxiety, unless
Mhm.
you bring in the thought processes, unless you bring in the physical response of the body and the um lost my train of thought, the way that like sucks the energy out of you when you are experiencing
Mm-hmm.
that, unless you look at that in a holistic way, it doesn't matter how much work you do, eventually whichever part of you is still out of balance will cause the part you've been working so hard on to become imbalanced again. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, that's what I try to help people understand.
Yeah. And it's so important because, we have, a medical system, but it's so split up. Like if you have heart issues, you have to go to a doctor, you have to go to,
Right.
this person, that person, and they don't work together. It would be one thing if you like treated people in separate areas, but like collaborated. But whenever you're not doing that, you can't solve
Mhm.
any issues of the body. So I love that's kind of your focus
That is,
there.
yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. So what kind of is like your business model and how you do what you do? Like if someone would want to work with you, what would that look like? What types of techniques do you can feel free to share any types of techniques if you'd like to, um, whatever you would like to share.
Okay. Yeah. So right now I do work one-on-one with clients. Um, I can do that virtually, or if people are local to me, I love the hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone did want a one-on-one session, then what we do is we work around whatever your goal is, and it can be about anything, physical, mental, emotional, doesn't matter. You have to have a focus. So from there, what we do is I help you, guide you through a transformational strategy that's tailored specifically for you, depending on what your body needs. Maybe you need some acupressure points, or maybe you need some whole body movement, or maybe it's, some emotional work, some color therapy. Whatever it is that your body needs to help you create that balance around that goal is what you're going to get. And it's just so eclectic. No session is the same,
Mm,
and it taps into the knowledge that I have about different modalities, but also any knowledge that you have that, maybe I don't. And
right.
if your body needs that, then, we have a way to figure out exactly what it is so that we can bring that into the session. So that's basically what a one-on-one looks like. I can also do group, which I haven't really set up yet. But so one-on-one, some group, and then I'm working on putting together a course
Mm,
that is titled Foundations of Healing. And what that's going to do, it's going to be an 8-week course that will walk you through not only what happens to your body when it experiences stress and how that, can cause the physical illnesses, it can cause, the anxiety, all those different things. But we'll also walk through each aspect of the body. There'll be a module on the physical, and not only giving you knowledge about what happens physically, but giving you tools to help you
mm,
um, to overcome whatever physical challenges you have. Then modules on the other aspects: mental, emotional, energetic. Each one of those will dive into what happens when there's an imbalance or a blockage, or whatever term you want to use for it, and then give you tools and techniques that you can do yourself to help with that. Um, so, yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on now, is one-on-one, and then, the course, so that people can learn to help themselves.
I love that a lot. That will be really cool. Do you have an idea of when that will be ready?
Probably it's going to be mid-May, like the first week or two in May. I'm actually doing a 5-day mind body reset challenge on Facebook starting next week that will kind of touch on, what each module will be about. So it's just like a super condensed version of the course. And then after that, we'll launch the course and, you know, go
Yeah.
from there.
Yeah, I'm excited to hopefully. I signed up for the 5 day. I'm not always good at following through, but I really want to try because I really did like your last little webinar that I did. So I'm excited to try to jump on all of those next week. Cool. Is there anything else that you want to
Well, I appreciate you
share
signing
before?
up.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say that the videos will be, I'm going to leave the videos up. So if you can't make it live, don't worry about it. Just jump on whenever you can and watch them, and then, catch up.
Perfect. I will definitely do that. Um, Is there anything else that you would like to share with us before we wrap up? I have 2 final questions that I ask people. But is there anything else you want to mention or say before we move on?
Um, well, I did want to tell anyone that if you look for me, most of the things you're going to find about me, my website, the challenge, that sort of thing, is geared toward women, just
Okay.
because oh, sorry, that was me
Sorry, I
echoing.
was no,
Um,
it wasn't. I was
but I do also,
sorry. I was checking on something because someone had made a comment and I was seeing who it was. Sorry.
okay, okay. Um, but anyway, I just wanted to say that it looks like I just work with women,
Mhm.
but I do have a plan to do a challenge for the guys, because
Oh,
most of
cool.
the work that I do through Lone Survivor is with men. So I work with men or women. So if there's, somebody out there, don't let all the pictures of girls, throw you off. This is for everyone. This is for if you have a child with a learning disability, autism. I've worked with stroke patients. You
Mm.
know, pretty much this is great for any age with any kind of challenge. So, if you feel stuck, feel free to reach out, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I'll definitely make sure to share your information for your stuff whenever your course comes out and any types of updates and stuff, because I think what you're doing is absolutely amazing. Um, so I'll ask the final two questions. The one is, what is one key element that you think someone can start taking today to move the needle in their health?
Oh, wow. It's got to be noticing, being present. Just pay attention to your body and what it's telling you, on an intuitive level. But then, of course, like physically, pay
Mm-hmm.
attention to the signals that it's giving you, and move.
Yes.
Make everything you do intentional. If
Mm-hmm.
you are in that, if you're in a space that is not good, just really focus on what your body's feeling, what sensations are coming at you, and then move intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the biggest, what makes the biggest difference for people is just, like I said, like, that doing things intentionally with
Yeah.
focus. So,
I definitely agree with that, because I mean, unless you're being present and understanding, like, oh, my body feels like crap when I eat this, like, you're not going to start shifting your eating habits and stuff like that. So being present is a really good one. Um, and then my second question is, what is one change that you would like to see passed down to the future generations regarding wellness? And it can be in any type of topic.
um, well, just what I said earlier, to understand that true healing comes from us. You know, we have the ability to really change any aspect of ourselves, and to not rely so much on outside, other people's opinions, or, you know, just because someone is a professional healthcare provider does not mean that they know what's best for you all the time. So
Mm-hmm.
just being your own advocate, and being, you know, open to all the different alternative, modalities that can help you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I definitely agree with that too. I want my kids to be able to find new things that I didn't know about and share them with me and not feel like I'm going to tell them that they're crazy. So that's
right.
awesome. And where can people find you?
So my website is thehealinginstinct.com. And then you can find me on Facebook. And it's also The Healing Instinct, but it's healing_instinct. You'll find two Healing Instincts. What happened was, somehow I ended up on Facebook's Most Wanted and lost access to my original profile that I have had forever. So I had to start over with a new Facebook profile, page, groups, like all of that stuff. So, and this was just January, February. So it hasn't been
Okay,
that long ago. But on Facebook, it's The Healing_instinct. So,
perfect. That's awesome. Yeah, I had noticed that because you invited me to like it, and I was like, once I like get everyone on the directory, I automatically like all their stuff. So I was like, why is she inviting me? I should be liking. So that makes sense now. That really sucks though.
that's what happened.
I definitely fear that kind of thing for myself. I'm not gonna lie. Oh goodness.
It was
Well,
horrible. It was completely horrible.
yeah, I couldn't imagine. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us today. I'll make sure to post everything for your challenge, also, yeah, your 5-day reset challenge in the comments as well, so that people can join that if they are interested.
Okay.
Um, And yeah, if you ever have anything you'd like to share with us, just feel free to share with the community. And yeah, we'll enjoy it.
Okay, thank you, Emily. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you all for joining today. It was fun having actual viewers, and thank you for your nice, kind comments. I will see you all later this week. Bye.